Why didn't you tell people about these problems with these cars sooner? Why did it take people having to die before you sent out these recall notices?
Benjamin Hare came to his parents late in their lives. They're everything. Everything the old man was, but better. And then in December 2009, Ben was gone. His Pontiac G5 inexplicably careening into a tree in the middle of the day.
There were no skid marks.
There was no hydroplane and no ice. He wasn't on his cell phone. The radio was turned down low. There was no alcohol involved.
His is not one of the 13 deaths General Motors now admits are linked to a faulty ignition switch in 2.6 million cars, a problem the company knew about for more than a decade. But Ben Hare's crash fits the pattern. Loss of control, no airbag deployment. The Hares say GM told them they couldn't prove the accident was related to a defect because the car's black box had been destroyed. Then months after Ben's death, his parents started receiving recall notices for the power steering. And then last week, another recall notice for the defective switch.
They put him in that automobile with 2 strikes against him. You have a better chance at a casino than he had.
According to GM's own internal documents, lots of people at the company knew about the faulty and potentially deadly switches. That includes the lawyers here at the world headquarters in Detroit. Now, senior executives are saying they didn't know anything about this until just a few months ago. Now, I don't know if you believe that, but I don't think Congress does, and that's why they were hauled in to give an explanation.
Why in the world would a company with the stellar reputation of General Motors purchase a part that did not meet its own specifications?
I want to know that as much as you do. It is not the way we do business today. It's not the way we want to design and engineer vehicles for our customers.
What you just answered is gobbledygook.
Senators find it hard to believe that GM's new CEO, Mary Barra, knew nothing since she had been in senior management for years.
And a culture of cover-up that allowed an engineer at General Motors to lie under oath. It might have been the old GM that started sweeping this defect under the rug 10 years ago, but even under the new GM, Banner, the company waited 9 months to take action after being confronted with specific evidence of this egregious violation of public trust.
And then there's the government's part in all this. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration twice decided not to open an investigation into the problem. And remember, the federal government owned GM for the last 4 years. Congressman Henry Waxman was the chairman of the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee at the time of the purchase. So if you didn't know and GM executives said they didn't know, who's supposed to know, and what does that say about your ability to run this country?
This is a problem that GM knew about and they didn't do anything about.
Why didn't you know about it? You spent $50 billion of the American taxpayers' money.
This is not about me. Why didn't you know? This is not about me. This is about GM and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
That's the federal government as well.
Thank you very much.
Sir?
When I'm driving, I just cannot visualize how it was possible to lose control and wind up there.
This is not about Democrat or Republican, white collar or blue collar, the worth of the bankruptcy and bailout. The Hare family says this is about accountability from a sprawling government and massive corporations concerned most about the bottom line. And that's got to change for the sake of our children.